So, you may or may not have noticed that Madden Mobile 22 has come out already. It's been nearly a week, so I feel like I have a good grip on the game and can confidently tell you whether or not you should revisit the game if you're an old player who played back in Madden Mobile 15, 16, 17, or even 18, or whether you should download it for the first time and see what Madden Mobile is all about. So let me tell you whether or not you should play. Okay, so the biggest quote-unquote new feature that they have added into MM22 is the ability to upgrade the overalls of your cards. Now, the reason why I say it's quote-unquote new is because you used to be able to do this in MM18. When I say MM, just know that I'm referring to Madden Mobile 18. What you could do then was you could just feed players that you had in your bench into your card, and if you had enough coins, you can upgrade their overall to a certain extent. I think it was capped at 20 for most cards. But for this year, it's a little bit different. You no longer need to feed players. Instead, you have to use different currencies. So once again, you have to use coins, but there are also like training points, trophies, and even more currencies you'll have to use to upgrade your players when you get them into a high enough level. So that's a little bit different. And there's also a new use for duplicates of the exact same card you pull. In the past, duplicates were completely useless. You would just put them up in the auction house or you put them into sets. But this year, whenever you pull a duplicate, you get a shard of a player. And then once you get a certain amount of shards, you could combine the shards and essentially upgrade your overall of your card. So now this year, duplicates are pretty useful, which is actually quite a nice feature in my opinion. Now, overall, is this system better than what had existed before in Madden Mobile 18? To be honest, I don't think it is, because simplicity is the best, especially for like mobile games like this. Simplicity is king, and having all these various amounts of currencies, there's probably like five different currencies you have to use to upgrade your players. And to me, that's a little overkill. It's very simple how it was before, where you would just put any of your players, whether they're bronze, silver, or gold, or even elite, into your player. And as long as you had enough coins, boom, you had your players maxed out. But this year, just too many currencies. You have to add shards, and you have to get a bunch of the same card duplicated, and then it's a whole mess. Another new aspect of Madden Mobile 22 is trades. Now, this is a little bit misleading because this is not a trading block where two users could offer players to each other and then they would exchange them. Instead, this is more reminiscent to what used to be called sets in previous Maddens. Now, perhaps the reason why they have dubbed this to trades is because sets no longer require only one specific thing in order to be completed. There are now multiple ways to complete these sets. You could either use certain players, certain currencies, so perhaps that is why sets have now been called trades, is because they have been expanded on in terms of their requirements. Now, of course, this is a great thing, although I do not appreciate them calling it trades, because that is a little bit of a bait for players, for returning players. They think of, oh, trades are here. I've always wanted trades, or I wanted to trade with my league, I want to trade with my friends. But in reality, that is not the case. But other than that, this is a very nice addition to Madden Mobile in general. What about seasons, you might be asking? Well, I have to say to you, what about seasons? Nothing new has changed in Madden Mobile seasons. You still can't request trades for your own players, and you can't simulate games. What One of the reasons why I feel like season mode in console is so entertaining is because you can trade away your entire team, see what's the most optimal team you can build, and simulate your way to see if you can win the Super Bowl with your pretty much your own team that you manage. But in Madden Mobile, you really can't do that. The only thing you can do is play your game, or decide whether or not you should play an injured player, which is not anything new to at this point. So, and you don't get any rewards anymore. However, you can play for free. You don't need stamina. But the thing is, gameplay in this game is so boring. Like, nothing new has changed the gameplay either. Once you play one or two games with no incentive, no rewards, why bother? It's just so boring. Like, there's no chew clock, there's no audibles or anything. You can't create your own plays or anything like that. So it is what it is. Final thing that has changed in Madden Mobile 22 was the removal of the auction house. Now, I'm not really going to speak on this any further because I really want to the removal of the auction house its own video. So I just want to let you guys know that it is not in Madden Mobile 22 anymore, and that's just about as much as I will say for now. Let's talk about the miscellaneous parts of the game. League versus league, nothing has changed. There's still there's still LVLs, there's championships, there's the league store. Nothing really has changed about that. Arena has stayed the same for the most part, except for the fact that you will now need to spend arena tickets if you want to search for opponents. Now you can get arena tickets through daily goals, which you can get for free, or you can pay more Madden cash for them if you do want more than the amount of tickets they will give you for free. Now, next thing we should talk about is the store. Now, there's no more Madden gems. Instead, coin packs are back. And of course, there's Madden cash and everything else. So, but I'll pretty much cover this a little bit more in my auction house video. But just want to let you guys know coin packs are back and Madden gems no longer exist. Now, what else is to say is that there is no longer Master Series. Instead, there's now Journeys, which are essentially Master Series without the bullshit. When I say by that is there's no more trivia, there's no more like gates where you have to unlock with keys. There's just events, and there's certain requirements for the events, and you just, once you meet the requirement, just play the event and you'll keep progressing. And also, what is really important if you have played Madden Mobile 21 is the fact that there is now no more program stamina. Stamina is now universal, so whether you use that for journeys, whether you use that for I don't know, training center or events or whatever, it is all called stamina. There's no program stamina, there's no regular stamina. So once you use your stamina for a certain event, you can't use it for journeys. Just this is like how it was back in the older Maddens. Now, what is really, really annoying is the regeneration rate of stamina and how little stamina you start with. Even at level 1, you gain stamina super slowly. It takes like 2-3 minutes to get a single point of stamina, and it takes like 25 stamina per event. So you can see how long it takes, like an hour or more to get to play an event, and that's just, in my opinion, that's absolutely atrocious. So I'm not going to be covering any of the programs or promos because those change all the time. And if I cover the programs that are released during the start of the game, then even if you're watching a month from now, it's going to be completely useless information. So I've given you the bread and butter of what is Madden Mobile 22. So now I'm going to let you know whether or not you should revisit the game or try it if you're brand new. Now, if you play this game back in Madden Mobile 15, 16, 17, or 18, I would say no. Don't try it, because there's a lot less things to do with the removal of the auction house, and there's not enough change to the gameplay or to programs in general that really warrants you coming back. Like, if you're nostalgic for Madden Mobile 15, 16, 17, this is not going to do you. Like, this game is definitely worse than those. Now, if you're brand new, I would say try it. Go ahead. It's still the best Madden game on mobile. If you want to play some Madden during school, go ahead and try it. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope it helped you guys out. I hope it gave you guys a little bit more insight into what is going on into Madden Mobile 22. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so I'll see you guys later. It might be in 2 years again.